On our gorgeous model Donna, we've already pre-prepped the hair by shampooing, coloring, conditioning to get a perfect color match with my exclusive tape hair extensions. Here's just a close view of what the actual tape look like. We actually can customize the size, the weight of these. The pieces that we're installing into Donna today are 20 inches and 3 grams per piece. Very full, so it took very little to get the job done. These pieces are natural Brazilian wavy hair texture, and if you're shopping online, it would be the Rian Tape Hair Collection. They are sold in sets, as you will see shortly. You're going to need 2 pieces in order to create one extension. Stay tuned, as we'll be giving you more detail on how we created Donna's look. So as we move up to our next section, we're going to take a slightly diagonal parting, very clean parting, and we are going to make sure we have 2 pieces. We want to have 2 pieces available. Here you can see the difference between Donna's natural hair and then our Tammy Mason exclusive hair extensions, Rian tape hair. You want to have handy about 20 sets, which is 40 pieces of our Rian tape hair. Creating a very thin slice of Donna's own hair, we attach to the very bottom side of the slice 1 of the Rian tape hair extensions, and then to the top side, making sure that we evenly apply them like a kissing method. We applied another Rian tape hair extension to the top side of Donna's slice of hair. Very easy. So then we're going to jump over and leaving very little space. You kind of want to stagger them throughout the head form. We're going to apply another. Peeling off just, it's like a little adhesive cover. We peel that right off. And then not too close to the scalp, but we're going to place 1, not touching it with our fingers. Definitely don't want to touch it with your fingers. The oils from your fingers, natural oils, will reduce the adhesion. And then we'll take our second and lay it right on top. Very quick, very easy. Depending upon the user, you'll get about 4 to 8 weeks of wear. If the hair is naturally oily, 4 weeks. If they're not naturally oily, if they don't shampoo as often, closer to 8 weeks. And watch here, we go up, we take another horizontal, slightly horizontal, not a heavy, diagonal, not a heavy diagonal parting, just a slight diagonal parting. And we're actually going to place the very next extension. You see it's kind of a gap there between those 2. We're going to go up 1 level above the 2 that we just inserted and place 1 dead center to fill in that gap, so that way when we're looking at it, it looks nice and full. So the section that we're picking, it's going to be opposite the two sections below it. We don't want to place them right on top of each other, because then it'll create big gaps at the very end on the ends, the finished look. We don't want to do that. We want to stagger our pieces. So again, we're going to remove the adhesive cover. It's like a little piece of paper, and placing that right underneath the thin slice. And it's a few tips and tricks that you want to know, because you definitely don't want to have any issues with hair loss. So the slice that you use makes a big difference. The size of the slice that you use. The weight of the hair for the client that you use makes a big difference. We do custom order different weights and size tape extensions. And notice here we've kind of jumped over and created a really nice size space between the two extensions, because that way we can go right above this diagonal and place one right in the center, really filling that in, making it nice and full, which you guys will see. Yeah, I just had to toss that to the side right quick. We don't need that. We get that out of the way. Make sure we kind of blend the hairs together, and then come back and mirror one like right on top of it. So easy, so quick. Again, you'll need about 20 sets or 40 pieces for a nice full head. On Donna, we actually only used 13 sets today. 13 sets. But we could have done the maximum of 20 sets if she wanted it super crazy full. And these were 20 inch of our Rian tape collection. All right, so this is going to be the last extension on the right side before we go to the left. I'm going to peel that little paper right on off, and boop, not too close to the scalp, leaving a little bit of distance. Because if you don't leave any distance and you put it right to the scalp, when she goes to lift her hair, she'll have breakage right out of the root, and that's what you don't want. So there are some tips and tricks that we do teach in private education on how to have great success with hair extensions. Get a nice good bond there. Awesome. So now moving to the opposite side, the left side of the hair, we're just going to begin filling in the same as we did on the right, creating really thin slices of Donna's own natural hair and applying two pieces of our Rian tape hair collection. Very easy sandwiching technique there. Let's zoom out a little bit. That way you guys can see this a lot better. Because you saw the installation close up, we wanted you to see the difference as far as the blending goes in the lengths. And we're just going to use our flat iron. We're going to do 450 for the initial silkening. Blend and silk, and then we're going to go in and show you guys. We're going to fill in a little gap that we saw at the center of Donna's entire installation. Absolutely gorgeous, undetectable, very flat, very versatile. Tape hair extensions is actually one of my favorite installation methods. I just love how that blends with Donna's own natural hair. Virtually undetectable. And there you have a 20-inch install of my Rian tape hair collection. Available for purchase in store or online.